Is Hagrid flying to the rock that the Dursleys are on a plot hole? Or were we just not paying enough attention to the story? Today's theory is about Hagrid responding to Harry when he asks him, "How did you get here?" as they're stealing the Dursleys' boat, and he responds with, "Flew." How? We don't know. But maybe at the end of this, we'll know the answer. Let's go over a little bit of background about some of the things in the universe that could explain how he got there. Well, things that we have seen fly are Sirius's motorbike, Abraxan horses, brooms, thestrals, hippogriffs, giant carriages. Could it be any of those? Maybe. Some of those Hagrid has already canceled out. He says, "Can't fly broomsticks, too big. Thestrals can't carry my weight," he also says, which assumed if thestrals can't carry his weight, hippogriffs probably cannot carry his weight. Abraxan horses may be possible, but I don't think he used Abraxan horses. He could have used Sirius's motorbike. He did have it in his possession, but maybe there's another reason. Maybe it was a misunderstanding on Harry's part, not understanding flew to be F-L-O-O, but understood it as F-L-E-W. So he pictured Hagrid flying when actually he flew, had the flew network connected to a fire pit outside of the island that he flew to. Flew to? I don't know what the past tense of flew is. We have seen Harry getting picked up by someone using flew powder, with Arthur Weasley picking him up from the Dursleys in the Goblet of Fire. So it is possible that Hagrid used flew powder to get there. I think that's highly unlikely. It's a little too complicated, and if that was the case, why didn't he flew into the cabin, which we know had a fireplace? And we aren't guaranteed that there was a fire pit or location that you could have a fire outside when it was storming and wet. So we're going to take that off the table. But that was a theory that I originally had until I thought about it a little bit more. And I've already said what the answer is. It's Sirius's motorbike. But how, may you say, did he have Sirius's motorbike when we did not see it? Well, that's what this conversation is about. We have seen in the universe multiple examples that could explain where the motorbike is. We have Newt Scamander's case that has a whole magical menagerie within it. Cool. We also have Hermione's beaded bag in Deathly Hallows, where she keeps an entire library, tents, clothes, a portrait that is too big to fit in the bag, but somehow magically shrinks down and fits in the bag. We also see cars, where the interior of the car has been expanded to where it is bigger on the inside. So it is not unreasonable to assume that Hagrid's coat of many pockets is not a coat of many undetectable extension charms of pockets. Because even Harry remarks about how so much stuff can come out of that coat, such as an owl. There's plenty of mice. Maybe not all the pockets are undetectable extension charms, but some of them are. Hagrid had an umbrella that he puts in his coat. Yes, he's a large man and probably can put an umbrella into a wand slot, or an undetectable extension charm that he can put into a small pocket and hide an entire umbrella. So it is not unreasonable to say that maybe there is a motorbike in there. So let's talk about the motorbike. We know from the first chapter, The Boy Who Lived, of the first book, that the motorbike is insatiably loud. And the way that it is described before Hagrid comes knocking upon the door of the cabin is there was a loud rumbling, and Harry thought that the cabin was going to collapse in on himself, and maybe he would be a little bit warmer. But maybe that was Hagrid arriving to the rock, where he then stuck the motorcycle into his pocket and knocked down the door. But then you're asking, well, why didn't they use it to get back to the island? Well, at that point, it was daylight. Hagrid was flying through clouds at night where it's harder to see. So maybe he was told, you can travel by yourself at night, but once you pick up Harry, you have to travel normal, non-magical ways. So that is why they steal the Dursley's boat. He uses a little bit of magic. But for the most part, they use non-magical ways to get to Diagon Alley. And you're probably thinking, well, how do you know that Hagrid still had the motorbike? Well, because he still has it in Harry's 7th year. So we also know that he wouldn't have given it back to Sirius Black because Sirius was in Azkaban. He may have given it back to Sirius probably at the end of the 4th book, like, oh, hey, you're innocent. Here, I have your motorcycle. Would you like it? And he goes, well, no, you can keep it because I'm not allowed out in public. So for the most part, Hagrid probably had the motorbike. We never saw it throughout the series because it was probably in his pocket. because his magical coat is even more magical than expected. So in conclusion, how did Hagrid get to the rock when he said flew? Is that a plot hole? Or did he just take Sirius's motorbike? That's up for you to decide. Let me know what you think and leave your response in the comments. And if you like this theory and want to see more, make sure to hit subscribe and click that bell icon so you can be alerted when I post more theories. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching another Marvelous Marauders video. If you liked what you watched, make sure to watch one of the videos over here. You got a previous video or the next video, depending on when you're watching this, and then you have a playlist that is going to relate to whatever video you just watched. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video.